Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So in this tutorial we are going to look at this integral. The answer to this integral is on the right hand side, so you may want to try this integral before following the steps in the video. So let's start off by looking at this 1 over 2024 factorial is a constant, so I'm going to bring it out in front here because it has nothing to do with x. So this is x raised to the power 2024 and then ln of x raised to the power 2024, and I'm going to do a substitution here. I am going to let negative t to be equal to the ln of x. So we'll see that in a moment while we are letting ln of x to be equal to negative t, right? So this one, it implies that x is the e to the negative t. And we can find an expression for dx in terms of dt, which is negative e to the negative t dt. Now, what about the change in limits? If negative t is equal to the ln of x, that implies that t is the negative ln of x. Now, let's find the change in limits. When x is equal to 0, which is the lower limit, t is negative ln of 0, which is negative of ln of 0 is negative infinity, which leads to positive infinity. That is why we are letting negative t to be equal to the ln of x. And when x is equal to 1, the upper limit t is the negative ln of 1, and that is 0. ln of 1 is 0. And now we can take the integral into the t world. So I is 1 over 2024 factorial. The integral from infinity to 0 of x raised to the power 2024, x is e raised to the power negative t. This is raised to the power 2024. And then ln of x is negative t. Is negative t raised to the power 2024 times dx, and dx is negative e to the negative t dt. Our integral is now in the t world. So this negative, I am going to switch the limits, and that will nullify the negative, right? So the integral is now from 0 to infinity. And now this is e to the negative 2024 t. And then this negative t raised to the power 2024 can be written as negative 1 raised to the power 2024, and then t raised to the power 2024, just using the laws of indices. And this is e raised to the power negative t dt. Now we can gather like terms. So this is 1 all over 2024 factorial, the integral from 0 to infinity of e raised to the power negative 2024 t times e raised to the power negative t. And this negative 1 raised to the power 2024 is positive 1 because this is an even number. Negative 1 raised to the power an even number is positive 1. So this is just left with t raised to the power 2024 dt. Combining this term will give you e to the power negative 2025t. Integral from 0 to infinity, this is e raised to the power negative 2025t, and then t raised to the power 2024 dt. This is what we have, and you can do another use up here to make things clearer. We can let u to be equal to 2025t. That implies that t is u over 2025. And now let's find an expression for dt. dt is 1 all over 2025 du. And now the change in limits, there's not actually going to be change in limits here, because when t is 0, u is going to be 0 from here. When t is infinity, u is going to be infinity, because 2025 times infinity is infinity. That is from our substitution. So there's not going to be change in limits. I is 1 all over 2024 factorial, the integral from 0 to infinity of e raised to the power negative u, because this is now u, and then t raised to the power 2024. t is u over 2025, so that is u over 2025. This one is raised to the power 2024 times dt, and dt is 1 all over 2025 du. So I is 1 all over 2024 factorial, the integral from 0 to infinity of u raised to the power 2024 all over 2025 raised to the power 2024, and then times 1 all over 2025, and then e to the negative u du. Can combine this using the laws of indices. That is 1 all over 2024 factorial, the integral from 0 to infinity of u raised to the power 2024 divided by 2025 raised to the power 2025 e to the negative u du. This one is a constant, so we can bring it out in front. This is 1 all over 2024 factorial times 1 all over 2025 raised to the power 2025, the integral from 0 to infinity of u raised to the power 2024, and then e raised to the power negative u du. Now we can compare this one to the factorial function. If you have m factorial, this can be written as the integral from 0 to infinity of x raised to the power m e raised to the power negative x dx. This one is the same as gamma of m plus 1. Gamma of m plus 1 is m factorial. That is if m is a positive integer. So this one is just like m factorial, which is 2024 factorial, right? So I is 1 all over 2024 factorial times 1 all over 2025. 2025 raised to the power 2025, and then this integral is just 2024 factorial, which is multiplied by 2024 factorial. And this will cancel this one out nicely, and then what you are left is our answer, which is 1 all over 2025 raised to the power 2025, which is almost 0. So this is the answer to our integral, and that conforms with the answer that I gave earlier on in the beginning of the video, which is here. So that is how to solve this integral. If you have an easier way of solving this integral, please leave a comment in the comment section and let me know what you think. So anyway, I thank you so much for watching this video. If you find that helpful, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to Calculus Diaries for more content. I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.